Right, let's see who's the mystery man is. I'm sure there's... I can't think there's anyone we've forgotten, but...
Surely you mean mystery person.
Fair.
Enlightenment comes with the purchase of not one but 2 tickets to paradise.
Marina, this is new!
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, fucking Squid Woman. Have you ever beaten a shark at Peggle? I have.
No, you're not allowed to do the 40s voice again.
That wasn't the 40s voice!
It was. Have you ever beaten a shark at Peggle?
I have! Sorry. Continue.
Fine, no, you go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
I spent 6 years developing my Electrobolt power. It zaps every peg in a line to the free ball bucket. Jesus Christ. Even the tube worms agree it can't be beat. What's wrong with tube worms? Now I gotta find the Peggle Institute. I want my diploma. The sponges say the way is dark and full of terrors. Well, those glorious... What?
The sponges say the way is perilous, with dangers galore. Well, those glorious dangers...
That doesn't say glorious. That says galorious. That isn't a word.
Totally is. I better watch out, because Marina's on her way.
The word would be... That would be glorious without the A, but galorious.
Because she's a gal. Because, who you so rightly assumed would not be a gal, because you said him.
Fair, I'm a sexist. Jelly Jeopardy. My Electrobolt power zaps a line of pegs from the first peg hit into the free ball bucket. I still don't know what that means.
So...
Have you played this before?
No, I mean, I must have, but I don't remember it.
So, I mean... Oh, we're about to find out.
Good catch.
Right. Oh, I'm all leckied up. Oh, so it seems to be implying that, yeah, like...
Yeah, I'd go to the left. Yeah, that way.
So
it lights up who they hit.
Like that. So what did that do other than be like a linear splorkin?
But it wasn't, because it also went diagonal.
Let's watch that again.
Because it went across the line, yeah.
Oh! So it connects a circuit from where you hit to wherever the bucket is at the time and gets all of those pegs.
Yes.
Right, I got it. So it's about timing where the bucket is as well.
Yes.
Okay. I thought it like converted them all to free balls, and I was like, surely that gives you like 20 free balls. That can't be right.
How did you get that?
Because it was like, it zaps all of them to the free ball bucket. So I was like, do they all just go into the free ball bucket?
That'd be handy.
Right, so if I do...
Nope.
What?
I'd definitely do something over here. I'd hit that one, maybe. Or just that.
I did a lot. I did quite a lot over there.
Far left would have done more.
Oh, you would say that, you fucking call me.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that was too good to resist. What?
Like the Communist Party.
Jesus Christ.
What? If you're going to keep calling me a communist...
Too good to resist sounds very, like, gulaggy.
If you're going to keep calling me a communist, I'm eventually going to embrace it.
I haven't called you a communist on Peggle in weeks. Granted, because it's been one night, so we've recorded 20 episodes.
I was going to say quite a lot.
It's not been 20, but it's been a lot.
If it helps, the Sprite has been drinking cocktails and cider.
The Sprite's been drinking cock.
No, not in a while.
Those are poorly placed. Oh, fuck. Terribly placed greens. Oh! Well, that's
Quitter.
Marginally better. Oh! Man, why am I so shit sometimes? God.
Because there is a god who enjoys humour, or she.
He's enjoys humour.
Yeah.
He's a ninja, I thought you were going to say.
No, so go far left, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
And, yeah. Look at that beauty.
In fact, that was pretty good. Didn't get me an extra ball, but it was pretty good. What? Oh, I got an extra... Oh, fuck!
You hit the other one.
I didn't realise. Man.
Maybe restart.
Quitter. Oh, I got the free... I was timing that for the free ball, and I was like... It's not when you hit the green, it's when you hit the actual... It's the shot after. I was timing it so my hit of the green lined up with a free ball. I was like, wait, no, that's not how it works.
No, it's not. You'll get there.
Quiet you.
What?
Right, you have one attempt at playing this game and you are a heap of shite.
Yeah, nice diagonal if you get all the middle bits. Or
just
go straight for that.
missed. I was going for that branch. I'm curious to see how they use this in level design, actually. That was a fucking shit show. Oh, fuck. Well, actually, no, well, you know. Well, yes, but no. Stop laughing like a Lucifer.
I'm not, that was
I thought that was Lucifer.
Yeah, Lucifer goes...
That's what you did.
No, I didn't. I went...
Okay, that was more like Muttley then.
Yeah, that was more Muttley. I accept that.
Was that in your area?
No, but I did watch a lot of it because it was on reruns.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Wait, no, that was before you.
Way before.
How the fuck old is Wacky Racers? I thought it was a 90s thing.
Oh, it's
Jesus
old.
Christ. Oh, wanker. Really? Can you check what it is, actually? You've got your phone now.
I mean, now I have a cider, but I can get my phone.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just... It felt new when I was watching it in the 90s. I guess it probably wasn't, but... Oh, wank shaft.
One of my prized possessions is a Muttley bag that I got from London.
Oh, I think I've seen that, yeah.
I love that bag. 1968, Hanna-Barbera.
68!
Yeah.
Fuck me!
Yeah, your time scale is way off.
I know, yeah, but still.
Like, Jesus. And yeah, it drops you another ball then... Oh no, it leaves your ball
Yeah,
where
it just
it
leaves it
is.
in play, wherever the fuck it may be. Does it go all the way to wherever the fuck it is?
Yeah.
So if it's all the way on the right.
See, because it follows the line there, yeah?
So you could actually use that really powerfully in the late game, maybe. I'm wondering, because I'm using it as an early game thing, but I think it could almost be equally powerful late game. Well, I suppose you got to get a
No,
difficult
you want to get
shot,
as
that's
many
the
at
thing.
once, yeah.
But like, it might be, it's about getting as many versus getting the actual oranges you want to get more reliably. See what I mean?
Maybe.
Come on, fall down. Yep, there we go. Ooh, there we go.
Alton Towers want to give me a hotel visit with tickets for £99.
Oh, can we do it?
You have to book for August 31st, so I'm going to look into it now.
Is that like hotels? Is that the fucking Splash Landings hotel?
Possibly.
No, really, fucking another woodland resort that you set off the fire alarm because you shower with the fucking door open.
Did you not like the Woodland Resort?
I had no problem with the woodland cabin, but yeah, you're a menace.
I mean, I'm a menace, but I'll be a menace in the rooms anyway.
Oh, you're not going to fucking attempt to set their fire alarms off, are you?
No, that was an absolute accident. So I'm not that shitey.
Tell that story.
So I'd been at Alton Towers all day in Scarefest, so they're open quite late. It was a long day, and you know when you're cold and you've been running around all day, so you're tired, and a really hot shower sounds great. So I had a hot shower, but I decided to...
Sorry, just to interrupt. This is a damn near impossible. Right, I'm
Yeah, you're not going to do it.
Ludicrous shit. Okay, well, I'll allow that for now.
What are you trying to do?
Bounce it off the wall.
No.
Oh! That wasn't bad. And if I'd got it in the bucket, then I actually then would have been clear to do it again.
I mean, possibly, but
Get
no.
fucked. Tell the story.
Yeah. So I had a really hot shower and I left the door open because it just didn't occur to me that it would be a problem, but I set off a fire alarm, so I had to answer the door.
No. Important thing is you didn't set off the fire alarms, and we didn't hear anything in the room.
The poor person, night porter.
Well, you just knocked on the door and you were like, mate, what the fuck? Okay, it wasn't that aggressive, but you certainly were confused as to why he was there.
I was confused as to why he was there, so I answered the door in the towel. I was tired. I was like, what's going on? What do you need? And he was like, your fire alarm went off. And I was just like, what? I'm having a shower. And I looked around and he was like, yeah, if you left the door open, that'll do it.
Which is, fair.
I mean, now that I know that. So, yeah. We'll not be repeating that. That was very cold, because these are literally like, I mean, they're plastic cabins, but they're out. They're not in a hotel.
Where did the ball go there?
That's a good question. You absolutely are out to the elements.
You're not out to the elements. They were warm.
No, I mean, the plastic cabins were warm, but when your man knocked on the door, I opened the door and it wasn't in a nice, comfy, air-conditioned hallway. It was outside.
No, he was outside, but like, when you say exposed to the elements, it's like, oh yeah.
I was in my towel and I was very cold.
The brutal cold of Staffordshire.
Staffordshire did very, strong draft.
Come on, no,
towel.
fuck! She's hard, man.
You just haven't figured her out yet.
Filthy bastard.
What?
That did well. I'll take that for an opening salvo.
Mm.
Oh shit. Well, okay.
You were doing quite well.
Yeah. Achoo!
Jesus.
Oh, fuck me.
I never realised it's a swirling vortex.
In the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, with like jellyfish tentacles and shit.
That's probably why I didn't notice it. Jellyfish freaked me out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, it uses that sound effect, man!
What's that?
The fucking Star Fox Adventures Firebolt Tishrock sound effect that fucking every explosion and fireball uses ever. Oh,
Well, you know, they wanted to be in the game.
I don't like stock sound effects. They bug me.
You bug me.
Hey, that's just uncalled for. Come on, hit the orange, hit the orange! No.
No.
You getting tired?
No, I've just drunk.
Doi!
alcohol.
Oh. I mean, I still got an orange, so it's all
You
good.
and your doy. To be fair, you did get an awkward orange, and then you burped horrendously.
That wasn't horrendous, that was just a normal burp.
It was pretty horrendous.
By my standards, it wasn't.
I mean, yeah, fair.
Shit! I'm an idiot! And I'm not, I got an orange, it's fine. I was like, I actually nearly fucked that by just being like, oh, I'll be fine to do this. Fucking
What voice is that?
I'm a fucking idiot voice.
Isn't that just your normal one?
No, it's got a slightly higher.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Slightly more donkey-like. There you are, you've started to understand the squid. Gently.
I know. I'm just ow,
Smashing the place.
beating up my desk.
She has very lovely eyes.
Don't eat me, old monster. I'm rubbery and I taste like mercury. Apparently, so you know giant squid?
Not intimately,
You know what they are?
I guess.
Apparently they taste like floor cleaner.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
The reasoning is they have compounds in their blood which makes them resistant to the extremely high pressures in which they live.
Mm-hmm.
Those compounds are ammonium based. And ammonium's never going to taste good.
No.
And so yeah, floor cleaner, apparently.
I'd have totally done that diagonally, so I took out a diagonal.
I was considering that, and I might use the second one that way.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that I was watching Inside Nature's Giants
Go on.
about the giant squid? And
yeah.
it was going through all that, and it was, I mean, as someone who's freaked out by squid, it was horrifying, but it was very informative. And a couple of days later, I had a job interview where they had like a group exercise, which was, you had to decide who to rescue off a sinking ship.
And you said you'd rescue some... I'm really curious to see where this goes. Go on.
So, the thing it gave was anyone who didn't... You had to decide who you were going to save. You had to work out how long you had. So, make sure you had a team appropriate in the first... So it worked out as you had 5 people worth of time. Possibly 7, depending on how long it took for the ship to sink. And
Come on.
it was ascertained that you couldn't wait around the sink site, even though it was a small ship,
Oh, it's like the
on your boat.
It's like the Indianapolis.
Yeah, to rescue
Sharks
anyone.
everywhere.
Because there were sharks. And I was like, honestly, I don't think sharks are that likely to kill everyone. I'm much more worried about, squid coming and getting you. Obviously, giant squid can get up that high. But it was playing on my mind, so I ended up being a pernickety pain in the ass about it. I know it doesn't sound like me.
I didn't say anything. Come on, can I just jip this
Yeah.
forever? Go on.
Yeah, you can.
It'll drop me at some point, surely.
I mean, yeah, but once you've been on the ones you've already done.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can't get all of them that way. That's so jippy.
No, you'd be surprised.
Motherfucker, I don't feel good about this.
Why not?
Because it feels cheatsy.
No, this is the whole point of the game.
Am I going to get up to yellow? Come on. Come on.
Not on just
I mean,
those, but
I
if
will
you
slip and
swing
slide.
it, yeah.
I must slip and slide.
If you hit the reds, you will. If not, maybe not.
Speed it up. There we go. Yeah, I got it, yep.
Oh, well done.
Still 85,000 from one. That was incredible.
It was.
Right, I'm going to try and get this to get all of those diagonally over there. So, there! I got one row of them at least. Continue your story, sorry.
Yeah, so the
There's
argument
really unusual gameplay going on.
The argument wasn't about save the people who were infirm, so that then everyone who could
Women and
jump
children
off.
first.
No, so there was the radio engineer who was badly burned fighting off the fire that caused the sinking, and his heavily pregnant wife. And it was a whole thing of, do you bring them because...
What the fuck job were you interviewing for out of interest?
Oh, it's just
Midshipman?
No, it's just working in a library.
What? What kind of library? The fucking
Because it doesn't matter.
Library of Rillier.
No, it doesn't matter who you take. What matters is your communication skills in a group. It matters if you listen to others, if you
These
pay
are the kind of
attention
weird
to...
interviews who ask you shit about how you get a giraffe in a freezer.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
I interviewed for a job about locusts. All of my interviews stuff was about locusts and animal biology.
Well, no, this one's very much... It's about how you work in a group and whether or not you can pay attention to details and get everyone involved and come to a decision, all of you. So that's what it was about. But yeah, so the argument was that it was massively shark infested, so as soon as the ship sank, you couldn't get anyone else off.
Yeah.
So there's no point in arguing to save the least firm. Firm?
Right, infirm is a word, but
Infirm.
firm isn't the opposite of that, I don't think, I'm afraid.
Fair. The answer wasn't to save the most at risk, and
Can I
then
jip this as well?
yeah.
Go on.
And wait for the other ones to jump on board. You had to go with what you had, and that was the argument around it. And yeah, it was interesting to see who people saved and why. In fact, let's have a nice philosophical debate. So, some of the people you could save were the ship's radio man who was very badly burned and needed medical attention, like constant medical attention. I don't know if
Why was he burned?
In the fire that sunk the ship.
Oh, there was a fire. Okay, that wasn't...
And he went off and he bravely went to go, stop the fire and prevented lots of people from dying by going and fighting this fire. But he got badly burned. And you could only, as I say, bring 5 to 7 people, and it was, do you bring people who weren't injured and who would be more likely to survive long enough, because you had no way of communicating that you were damaged because the radio was part of the fire. You had no way of communicating to anyone, no one knew exactly where you were.
This is very much like the Indianapolis. That's only in time to date this recording. That's in my head because they just found the wreck of the Indianapolis.
Yes.
Which is cool, but anachronistic at the time of airing, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
But it's this whole thing of, you knew that there was Ireland nearish, so you needed someone who could navigate because it was dark. You didn't
Holy
have
shit,
a
I'm
radio.
doing incredibly well here.
You are, it's disgusting. And
That's disgusting.
yes.
God, why would you burp like that, Sprite?
I'm just a disgusting human being. I'm actually ashamed of myself.
Fair, understandable. You would be if you were burping like that on a regular basis. I mean, who would do that?
Monster.
Filth, that's who. Oh,
Filthy
I got it
cat
back, it's
fucking throat.
no one gives a shit, it's fine.
And it was really interesting seeing, because I did 2 of these interviews with 2 different groups. And it was really fascinating seeing people who were more concerned with, you obviously take the heavily pregnant woman, the man who fought the fire to save everyone, and the nurse to look after them both. And then there were other people who were more like, well, no, because you've got potentially 7 survivors, you want to make sure that they can survive. So you want to take, again, we ended up taking the nurse. And, the SAS guy who had a hunting knife and who had this, that and the other, and absolutely upping the chances of the people who went surviving. And it was interesting, because I don't know if I could argue which one is better. Because I'm very much in the help people where you can. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, if you're going to go to an island where you've no idea if they have fishing, you've no idea if they have animals, you've no idea even how really to get there. You know it's roughly in a direction, but you don't know anything about this island. You don't know if it's got man-eating octopi on it.
On the island? Unlikely. They tend to be marine.
It's a terrifying thing. So, it's this whole thing, you've no idea what you're about to face, so surely if you want to make sure people can survive, you're going to take the people who are most
Diversify
likely
your skill
to...
set.
Yeah, and have people who are going to be able to survive, because healing someone who's been burned is, from what I can understand, horrifying. It's a really painful, long journey.
That was if you're literally about to be picked up by a hospital ship or something, but...
Yeah, if you're going to be saved by someone who take them. Absolutely, your man went to fight the fire, he's very much a good person, his wife's heavily pregnant, my god, save them. But if you're just going to end up killing them by exposure or starving to death, is that...
It's like, where do you actually stand on the save the women and children thing?
I don't think that's fair enough.
Fun fact, do you know the origin of that phrase? As in, do you know where its first usage? That was terrible usage of that.
You're not going to tell me it's the Titanic, is it?
It was not the Titanic, but it was shortly before the Titanic, which was why it was in sailors' minds around the time of the Titanic. It was... I can't remember the exact story, but it was a ship. It was the...
You're not going to make this one.
No, probably... Well, maybe, 3
Hang
balls,
on,
I can do it. So, it was the HMS Birkenhead, which was a military ship.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in military service, but for whatever reasons, which I can't quite remember why, it was carrying, while on active duty, not only the sailors, but also the sailors' families. Fuck! Oh! And it got into trouble. I don't think it was any kind of, combat-related stuff, it just started having problems. And basically, the concept was... For whatever reason, the sailors' families are on this ship and they shouldn't normally be. Therefore, the directive is save the women and children first, because it's a military vessel. Obviously, this was well before women could serve, so it was it was essentially save the civilians.
Yeah.
But that was a couple of years, 2 or 3 years before the Titanic, so this idea was fresh, and so who do you prioritise with the Titanic? That was why this thing was in the head of save the women and children first, was because of this disaster.
That's a lie.
But
But
it's 'cause-
mostly save the rich people first.
Yes, but that's why that's associated. Because this actually came up in a pub quiz that was it was a choice of 4, and it was the sinking of which ship is associated with the phrase is the origin of the phrase "women and children first." We saw Titanic on there. We're like, that's too obvious. Can't be that. And then the other ones, there were 2 random ship names, and then there was the HMS Birkenhead, and I was like, HMS means it's a military vessel, and it's not going to have, if it's a military vessel, it's not going to have women and children on, so it's obviously not that. And it turns out then, yeah, it was that, and that was the whole reason why it was...
I'd go then-ish.
Oh, damn, kind of bollocks that, but...
No, that's exactly what...
That was the whole reason it was women and children first, because it was a vessel that wasn't supposed to have women and children on it, and it was essentially more like non-combatants first.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the story goes that was then seized upon by the Titanic crew of that's an argument we'll have reasonable justification for. So, it's an interesting one.
It's a very odd question, who do you save? And I think, again, Titanic was a very different thing because they had, 2 hours to get the call out, they were waiting on
2 hours
ships.
45.
Although I recently found out that there was a ship that was nearby enough, but the person who was on the radio had gone out for his break for 20 minutes, so missed all the emergency calls. And they could have gone and saved everyone because they had the space and they were close enough. But because there was no one manning it, the story didn't get to them. And it's like, do you know what? If things had been different, that whole that
will factor then high into my fun game of what do you think is the smallest change you could make to history that would have the biggest impact? That could be an interesting one.
Are we talking about positive or negative impact?
Neither. Because the fact is, some shit you're just not going to be able to predict. You're going to make tiny changes and that will somehow cause a world war that wasn't originally on the cards to happen.
And what do you mean by small change? Could I say humans never found fire?
No, that's quite a big change. It's something that has to be on a change that you as a person could physically affect or something like that. So just at the right time you just say to someone, here's a cigarette, and they go on a cigarette break at the wrong time and all sorts of shit. It's like butterfly effect kind of shit.
Yeah.
What's the smallest thing that, let's say you are a time traveler, but in the sense of almost like Ghost of Christmas Past, you're not really interacting with events apart from you're allowed one little push.
One little nudge.
How do you time that nudge for the most impact? Most people will say stuff involving Hitler.
I think, to be fair, that would cause one of the greatest changes.
What, Titanic?
No, World War II.
Yeah, that's always seen as a focal point for that kind of stuff.
But it is so much changed after World War II, and that's not to say changed for the better or for the worse.
Oh, it's fine.
Sorry,
I was just a pint nearly overflowed whilst pouring.
It's just a lot of things are going to change based on that kind of outcome.